This is home. Twin States News starts right now.
Tonight, concerns are mounting after more kids are consuming marijuana edibles in our state. Quinnis Jones joins us with details and what parents need to look out for.
That's right. As you can imagine, this is very concerning for health officials and parents, especially as the state's medical marijuana program gets underway. Tonight, more kids are getting sick from eating candy laced with marijuana. That's the word from the state's Poison Control Center.
One thing that's a challenge with the emerging cannabis industry is that it's rapidly evolving.
Epidemiology professor Catherine Key says this is a growing problem and the time to take action is now. To put it in perspective, the Poison Control Center received only 2 calls in 2019. Last year, that number spiked to 36.
We should be doing the kind of public health research that we need to do to understand what types of products are most appealing to youth.
Meanwhile, the American Academy of Pediatrics says kids consuming edibles nationwide has jumped by more than 1,000% between 2017 and 2021. That added with underreported cases. Doctors say while it is hard to overdose on marijuana, it's still very dangerous for children. Here is what you should watch for.
Increased incidence of mental health issues, anxiety, stress, depression, suicidal ideation.
Health officials insist it's important parents keep marijuana edibles out of sight for kids.
It becomes an important discussion of making sure that those products are stored locked up, out of reach.
And as the medical marijuana rollout continues, health officials say they're working hard to prevent it from getting in the hands of children. Quinnis Jones, Twin States News.
Clarksdale Water Association issuing a self-imposed boil water notice for customers who live south of Sharon Drive and north of H.W. White Road. This precautionary action was necessary because the system lost pressure due to a broken water line. When pressure is restored, customers are recommended to boil their water for 1 minute before it's consumed or use an alternate source for drinking or cooking. Users will be notified when tests indicate the water is safe to drink. The University of Southern Mississippi announces a new program that will give financial aid to service members. Here's Delaney Dukes with that story.
Today, USM held a press conference here at the Quinlan Hammond Hall of Honor, announcing their new funding program to close the tuition gap for military students. When thinking about a future, many students wanting to be in the military but also go to school were enticed with
the words free college gets thrown around.
But for Jeremiah Parker and many other military students, that turned out to not be the case. While the military does provide some tuition assistance, students in the military are left with a gap that they have to pay for out of pocket. USM's General Hammond wanted to change that.
Beginning with the fall semester of 2023, our university, the University of Southern Mississippi, will fund the difference, the gap, between what the Military Federal Tuition Assistance Program pays for and the actual tuition cost.
With the new TA gap funding, service members can be fully covered for 15 to 18 credit hours per fiscal year, depending on the branch of service.
The University of Southern Mississippi, once again, goes to the top.
University President Dr. Joe Paul expressed that when General Hammond approached him with this idea, it was a very easy decision to make.
You know, as a university president, some decisions are difficult. This one was very, very easy. This is the right thing to do for our state, for our National Guard, for our active duty military from Mississippi all over the world.
Now, without the stress of paying out of pocket, military student Latia Walker can focus on getting her education.
It's not going to have me worried about tuition as much, just simply because there's a guarantee that if I can't afford it myself, that the FTA is going to cover it.
For more information about this program, head on over to online.usm.edu/TA-gap. Delaney Dukes, Twin States News.
Pro-life supporters have gathered in the nation's capital for their first March for Life since the nation's federal abortion rights laws were overturned. But for them, the fight isn't over. It's also not over for those trying to protect access to abortion and reproductive health care. Lauren Blanchard is in Washington with more.
Will command blessings The March for Life is back in D.C. for the first time since Roe v. Wade was struck down by the Supreme Court and abortion laws were turned back to the states. With a major victory on their side, thousands of marchers are now hoping to sway lawmakers against codifying Roe.
We're in what we're calling a next phase.
My kids need to learn that too, that if they are here, we have to protect the unborn.
Sunday marks 50 years since Roe v. Wade was decided, and abortion rights supporters are still fighting to protect access. Today, across the country, state laws vary from nearly all-out bans to legal in some cases to completely protected with expanded access.
The only way to restore the protections of Roe is for Congress to pass a national law codifying the right to choose.
Abortion access has been a top issue for Americans since a draft opinion previewing the eventual overturning of the law leaked over the summer and spurred protests. Investigators have been looking for who leaked the draft, but have hit a dead end after dozens of interviews, writing, after examining the court's computer devices, networks, printers, and available call and text logs, investigators have found no forensic evidence indicating who disclosed the draft opinion.
I'm not shocked that now 8 long months later, they haven't found a culprit.
The FBI says it's cracking down on those who have vandalized or attacked reproductive health care centers, offering a $25,000 reward for any information leading to an arrest. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
COVID-19 cases are peaking again in China, Japan, and some areas of the U.S. But looking ahead, officials expect to be able to downgrade the virus soon. Christina Coleman has more.
In China, the start of the Lunar New Year means increased travel. All the exposure associated with public forms of transportation coming at a bad time. A report by the World Health Organization shows just last week, China had the highest number of COVID-19 hospitalizations since the pandemic began.
We have just lifted the control, and it seems other countries are still not welcoming us. There are now many tourists everywhere, so I want to wait and see.
In Japan, the prime minister saying he will downgrade COVID-19 status in the spring to levels equivalent to seasonal flu. That move would ease mask wearing and isolation rules. But currently, the country is fighting its 8th COVID-19 wave, the latest and largest group of COVID-19 deaths attributed to elderly patients.
We'll deal with the 8th wave of outbreak with the utmost effort by enhancing infectious measures against the spread of the virus and securing medical care.
Here in the U.S., cases are spiking in the Northeast, but parents in Connecticut are upset with the proposed bill that would allow anyone 12 or older to get a vaccine without parental consent.
If my son decided to get a vaccine that I was not in favor of, what happens when he gets the reaction? Is he going to take it upon himself to call his pediatrician and say, what's going on? Is this normal? No.
Friday marks 3 years since the first case of COVID-19 was confirmed in the U.S., and that was in Washington state. In Los Angeles, Christina Coleman, Fox News.
More concerns for travelers as airlines are still facing challenges with pilot shortages and outdated technology. Jeff Flock has more from the Philadelphia International Airport.
Well, you know all about the delays and cancellations, but what if you have a ticket to fly, you get to the airport and they tell you, sorry, we overbooked the flight, you can't fly. That process, called bumping, apparently, according to the Wall Street Journal, in their annual airline scorecard, is on the rise. Last year, they say Frontier bumped 6,000 people. Normally, pre-pandemic, they would bump less than 1,000. And Frontier was not alone in doing the process. Southwest and American also top 3 bumpers of all of the airlines. In terms of delays, the worst delays, according to the Journal, JetBlue, Frontier, and Allegiant were the highest rate of delays. Southwest got, of course, a lot of bad publicity for what happened at Christmas, those big cancellations. But according to United CEO Scott Kirby on an earnings call, it's not just Southwest. A lot of airlines, he says, can't meet the requirements they need in terms of personnel to fly the schedules they have.
There are a number of airlines who cannot fly their schedules. Their customers are paying the price. They're canceling a lot of flights, but they simply can't fly the schedules today. And maybe it's pilots, maybe it's something else, maybe it's technology, maybe it's infrastructure.
Leaving you with a bit of good news, the Wall Street Journal also targeting the airlines that did well in 2022. That would be Delta, Alaska Air, and United. Best on-time performance. And overall, It was Delta topping all of the airlines for all of the factors that went into their airline scorecard ratings. Best to go to the airport with low expectations.
The Mississippi Department of Transportation is warning drivers to be alert for deer during the winter season. According to MDOT Executive Director, there are more than 3,800 reported deer crashes in Mississippi every year. This year, there have already been 1,984 deer-related crashes in the Magnolia State. Some good information to remember: don't veer for deer. If a deer runs in front of a moving car, remain calm and brake firmly. Swerving can cause drivers to lose control of their vehicles, causing an even more serious accident. Deer are herd animals, so if you see one, there are likely more. Remain vigilant when driving at dawn and dusk. Still ahead, we have your weekend forecast. Plus,
dry January may be ending soon, but before you pick up your next alcoholic drink, health officials say you should know the risks. I'm Ashley Strohmeyer. Details coming up.